Good evening and welcome to the debate on Evening Prime. Defections have been a part and parcel of Arunachal politics since 1978 when the first assembly elections were held. Switching parties has become kind of the political culture of the state. But many might say, so what? Party switching, party hopping happens in other parts, other states of India as well. But the fact remains that is this party switching, party hopping helping the common man? Let's not forget the strategic location of Arunachal Pradesh, also the fact that it's still a very small state with a population of just about 18.2 lakh. So the questions that we are raising today in the debate on Evening Prime: is this trend good for the people, for the state? Does this not raise questions about the future of democracy and democratic institutions? Are ideologies dead? Will jumping parties help the people of the state? Let me introduce my guests today on the show. I am joined by Mr. Ninong Ering, the veteran Congress leader, and he has also served as MP from Arunachal Pradesh, now of course a BJP man. I'm also looking forward to Mr. Gokar Basar, the former NPP MLA, now a BJP man, joining me. I already have Dr. Nani Bath, professor at the Department of Political Science, Rajiv Gandhi University, and he's also a political analyst. He's joining me today from Itanagar. I think I'm already joined by Mr. Kon Jirjo, the General Secretary, Arunachal Congress, and Chairman of Media and Social Media Department. He's also joining me from Arunachal. And in the studio today, I have with me Ananya Raj Kakuti. She is a law student, a young professional. She's also worked with some of the consulting firms that have been handling the political parties. She has closely traversed several northeastern states. We'll hear from her what she thinks about whatever is happening in Arunachal Pradesh. And also joining me in the studio today is Mr. Ghanshyam Longkho. He is an adventurepreneur and social worker, social activist, now working in Arunachal Pradesh. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the evening debate on Evening Prime. So first, let's go straight to Mr. Ering. Ering ji, you've now joined the club of Jyotiraditya Scindia, Jitin Prasada, Ashok Chavan, just to name a few. So I really want a very honest answer from you, Mr. Ering. Why the switch now? You have been a congressman since late 80s, early 90s. Mr. Ering, can you hear me? All right. Yes. Let's bring in Dr. Bath. Dr. Bath, whatever, if you can hear me, whatever is happening there, of course, nothing new as far as Arunachal Pradesh is concerned. So, what is your take? Do you think this is a very healthy trend for a state like Arunachal Pradesh? Professor Bath, if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Yes.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yes.
I didn't have the
yes.
connection.
The switching of the jumping of parties, party hopping that keeps happening in Arunachal Pradesh. You think it's a very healthy trend for a state like Arunachal, which already has a lot of issues to be addressed?
Yes, to give my perspective to this,
yes.
I don't think this is a healthy trend. This is extremely a bad day for the democracy and democratic institution in the state.
All right.
Having said this, we really need to understand that, and the panelists here would agree with me that in Arunachal Pradesh, a good and capable leader is one who is capable of not only generating resources but also distribute resources to the people.
Right.
Since in Arunachal, we do not have the resources of our own, it is therefore natural that our leaders would jump onto the party in power, whoever is in power in Delhi. Therefore, it naturally follows that whatever the political leaders who are joining to the BJP today, it is natural for them to join, and it is extremely casual for the people here to understand this. But having said this, what is extremely important for you to understand today is that two things I'd like to bring in here. First one is that this is happening more than expected. The joining of the leaders in the BJP is happening, which is more than expected, beyond our expectations.
Okay.
Number two being that there have been contradictions in the decision of the BJP party. First contradiction is that BJP has declared candidates for two of the constituencies, that is for Dirang, Mr. Pupa Sering has been declared as the BJP candidate, and second is Alo East, Mr. Kento Jini has been declared as BJP candidate, another BJP candidate. But in other constituencies, like that of Nyapin, maybe Jiro or Koloriang, all the political leaders are allowed to join BJP, and this is the contradictions of the party for now.
All right, Professor Bhatt, we'll come back. I think we are connected with Mr. Ering, and I would like to go straight to Mr. Basar also. Mr. Ering, to you first. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Ninongji, want a very honest answer from you. Why this switch and why now? You've been with the Congress for decades together. एकदम honest, honest बोलिएगा.
Yes, I'll speak from my heart.
Yes.
To be very frank,
Ji.
I've always been a congressman right from the beginning since my father's time when he was a MP and even a union minister, and me also as an MLA, as a union minister, as an MP. But now what has happened, things have changed.
Okay.
Arunachal is not that Arunachal of the days of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru or Indira Gandhi or during my father's time. It has changed. Now, because of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and his, programs and the jitne bhi yojnaएं यहाँ अरुणाचल में दे रहे हैं, and also because of how our young Honorable Chief Minister Shri Pema Khandu and supporting is our Deputy Chief Minister who is planning everything. He is also the Minister for Planning, and how they're working as a team has brought the change. You know what I really want to tell you is that सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका प्रयास and सबका विश्वास.
Right.
That has changed our mindset. So now we have changed from the old Congress, which was there, to the scene of development. What we want is development. And there is only, in my agenda, there is only 3 items, that is development, development, and development. So these items, these 3 reasons are there why we had to shift from the Congress to the BJP on the condition that I support Honorable Chief Minister Shri Pema Khandu and also the policies and programs of beloved Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. So that is one reason why we have shifted from the Congress to the BJP.
Okay. Ering ji, there's another issue here. बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि इस तरह से when a politician, when a political leader suddenly switches parties, what about ideology, number one? और दूसरी बात जो लोग अक्सर कहते हैं is that are you not cheating your voter, because when a voter votes, जैसे आप इतने साल कांग्रेस के साथ थे, आप अभी अचानक you're still a Congress MLA and you just switch over to BJP with different ideologies, different thought process, everything is so different. So aren't you cheating or betraying the trust of your voters?
And that is true. You are what you have said is very true. In the if you take in other constituencies or in other states, here in Arunachal is that we depend completely on the center. And we have seen that in the last few years, the Congress, as a party, that old party is there. It is just like the story of how in the United Kingdom, the old system of democracy is there. And how the recent development of what Singapore is doing. Singapore says that why do you want to go to the age-old tradition of the British regime? Why don't you come the new system of Singapore? So this is the new trend that is going, that we have to see the future future of Arunachal, the futures of the country. Now, why I am saying about the BJP is that they say nation first. So when we say nation first, it comes my India, my state Arunachal Pradesh, my people from the people of Arunachal Pradesh. So we are, very simple living people of the Northeast. When we go down to Delhi or Mumbai or any other part of India, we get completely lost because that simplicity that, when you come to Arunachal, you'll see that feeling of Atiti Devo Bhava. And when you say that nation first, you see here when anybody comes, even if you come to Arunachal, always will say Jai Hind. Why that?
Right.
Because that is the nationalist feeling that is there, and that is what the BJP is trying to do.
All right.
So that is the reason one. And if you say about my people, I've sent a video to you. You can see there how
Yes,
people,
yes. Ninongji, we were playing those visuals. In fact, I would request my team to go back to those visuals. And yes, we have those visuals we had shown. These are the visuals that Ninong Eringji was referring to. This is after he joining BJP. These are his people from Ruksin. Ninongji, I will come back to you. I would like to go across to Mr. Basar. Gokar Basar, the same questions to you. Why the switch? I mean, did you think, somewhere did you realize that staying on with NPP was not helping you, do the kind of work that you wanted to do for your people, for your constituency?
Yes, my ideology is development. I want to do development. So last in 2019 election, I also applied for a BJP ticket, but unfortunately I was refused. Right. Then I found that NPP is the NEDA partner with the BJP, so I switched on to NPP. तो इसलिए जिस तरह मैंने एनपीपी में रह के मेरा जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट है 2019 में मैं विधायक बना, उससे पहले 2018 में नया डिस्ट्रिक्ट इसको घोषित किया है मेरा कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी. आई एम दी लोन एमएलए फ्रॉम दी लपारादा. तो मेरा सोच था कि यहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट करना है, तो इसीलिए ऐसे एनपीपी मैं बहुत कोशिश किया. तो इसमें हम देखा गया है कि हमारा जो यंग एंड डायनेमिक चीफ मिनिस्टर ने मुझे नया डिस्ट्रिक्ट को बहुत डेवलपमेंट दिया है. तो उसके बाद जो हमारा पावर को डिसेंट्रलाइज करते हुए in 2022 my district was declared as a central divisional commissioner comprising of 5 districts, that is Siyomi, West Siang, Upper Subansiri and Lower Siang. Lafarada is the headquarter of that central divisional commissioner. So इसको देखते हुए देख लीजिए, कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट बहुत साल अरुणाचल में रूल किया, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी there was no any thought for decentralization of power. तो जब बीजेपी आके जिस तरह मेरा 5 साल के अंदर में जिस तरह डेवलपमेंट किया, तो मैं ये बीजेपी का जो सबका साथ सबका विकास और सबका विश्वास और सबका प्रयास के साथ जो जा रहा है, इसको मैं बहुत इम्प्रेस हूँ. तो इसीलिए मैं और आज भी कल मैं बीजेपी ज्वाइन होने के बाद तो more than 5,000-6,000 peoples from my Laparada gathered there at Rilu village और मुझे रिसेप्शन किया. तो उसी से पता चलता है कि मुझे मेरा पब्लिक ने ही कह रहा है कि बीजेपी वर्ल्ड का एक बहुत बड़ा पार्टी है, एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी है, तो उसी के साथ जोड़ के मैं काम करना चाहिए, मेरा पब्लिक सोच रहा है. तो इसीलिए मैं ऐसा यंग विधायक मैं सिर्फ डेवलपमेंट पे फोकस कर रहा हूं. तो अरुणाचल में अगर डेवलपमेंट कर सकता है तो ओनली बीजेपी कैन डू इट. रोड को जिस तरह रोड कम्युनिकेशन के ऊपर बहुत काम किया और उसके बाद एविएशन के ऊपर.
बिल्कुल. We have the Hollongi airport now. I would like to bring in Mr. Ghanshyam here. Ghanshyam ji, you've left your corporate job now. You're doing work in Arunachal Pradesh. You're in a way trying to bridge the gap that is there as far as healthcare facilities and education sector, the educational institutions and all. You're trying to bring in doctors from outside Arunachal, sometimes from overseas also. Now we have 2 politicians here on the show. What is your take? Would you like to put across questions to both Mr. Basar as well as Mr. Ering? Because, party hopping is fine. both Ninongji Congress ruled for so many years. Now BJP, we've seen a 5-year term of Pema Khandu government. Mr. Ghanshyam, why you had to give up your corporate job and now try to bridge the gap as far as healthcare, education sectors are concerned in Arunachal Pradesh?
First of all, as a responsible citizen of India and a native of Arunachal Pradesh, I would like to voice my opinion in this show. I'm not from any political party or not represent any organization. मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि Arunachal obviously has made lot of development in terms of infrastructure. इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है. Roads जहाँ तक हम देखते हैं, the interstate connectivity has improved much better than what it used to be before. But yes, I think infrastructure, when I say it is not only road, I think there are many other factors wherein it is healthcare, education, environmental sector. So ये सब areas है जहाँ पे I strongly feel that there is big opportunity for for the state to make that development. So बसार जी जैसे बोल रहे थे तो बोल रहे हैं कि development चाहिए. Everybody needs development. And मेरा जहाँ तक experience है corporate sector में 24 साल रहा हूँ और 4 साल engineering किया हूँ, तो 28 साल बाद जब अरुणाचल आया हूँ तो जो भी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हमने देखा है तो ऑब्वियसली इट वाज ऑलवेज दैट हैप्पी मोमेंट दैट केम इन. बट आई थिंक हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर, जैसे मैंने बताया, एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल, लास्ट ईयर आई ब्रोक माय हैंड और उसके बाद एक एक्सरे करने के लिए मैं हॉस्पिटल गया, गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल, कोई सुविधा नहीं. उसके बाद कोई प्राइवेट वहाँ पे सेंटर्स नहीं है. देन आई हैड टू रश टू डिब्रूगढ़ विद माय ब्रोकन हैंड. Can you imagine?
And this is just a simple fractured hand.
Exactly. तो 3 घंटा मैं वहाँ से गया and with whatever known sources I have, got in touch with the doctor and immediately जाके ठीक है I could do it, do the treatment, get the treatment on time. But what about the general people?
Yes.
जो लोग afford नहीं कर पा सकते हैं for their medical treatment, and every time it has to be that कि हमारे लोगों को असम के ऊपर ही dependent है या असम के बाहर या नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बाहर. So I think areas है, बहुत सारे areas में development हमारे लिए ज़रूरी है.
Yes.
So I think ये सब areas में अभी भी हमारे लोगों को, हमारे जितने भी political leaders हैं, I think इसमें सोच लाना चाहिए और state को overall growth में help करना चाहिए.
Absolutely, and I'm sure all the politicians on the show and from the state will take note of all of these things. Let me quickly bring in Ananya here. Ananya, you're a young professional. You're still studying law. You have worked with certain consulting firms handling political parties. What is your take?
What I would like to say first is I do not think that we can generalize politics, first of all, because every state and states and communities within those states will have their own concerns and own issues, making every problem unique. But yes, one trend that I've noticed across at least northeastern states on the surface level is people, they tend to vote for the political leader rather than the party.
Right.
So if there is a party entering into the political fabric of the state for the first time, it is only happening because the leader has switched the party. Now, what is the reason behind the switch? Is it political ideology? That is one of the least of the basis that they consider while switching. Political ideology takes a backseat because if I look at politicians, now this is absolutely my opinion, if I look at politicians, politics is a profession for them. And now in a profession, if there is no growth happening for them personally, then they would preferably like to change an organization like any other professional.
Right.
I think that's a good point.
And it is basically like, I am putting in this much of effort. This is the benefit that I deserve, or this is the promotion that I should get, which I am not getting in this current organization. In this scenario, the political party. Might as well switch, get into a new political party. And this transactional relationship that a political party has with the political leader is on the basis of the resources and the benefits that the political party will provide this new leader who is going to get the votes for them. And now because northeastern states, the voters mostly vote for the leaders, it is a very easy transaction for a political party to enter into a new scenario. Now when it comes to ideology, being a student of international relations and law, something that I've noticed is if there are more than one parties, any country with more than one party, switch will happen. Nobody is loyal to the political party to the core. If someone is staying, even that has their own reasons. If someone is switching, it is again for their own benefits. They do work for the people, I totally agree. But while working for the people, it is not without their own benefits, for sure. And in political science, if I can just take another minute.
Sure.
In political science, there is a theory of pendulum. The pendulum theory of politics says when it comes to ideology, there are two spectrums, the left and the right. The pendulum will swing from left to right, which has swung. Now, a lot of eminent political scientists say that there is a rise of the right-wing party. This rise of the right-wing party will stay. Nationalism comes from right-wing party. Defense, threat, security, the understanding of there's a national threat going on, nationalism and everything, it sort of stems from right-wing politics. It is true that the right-wing politics will stay in motion at this point in time because the pendulum is in swing.
Right.
But then eventually left wing will also come. It is a motion that is in, that it's the swing that is in motion and it will continue.
The momentum.
Right.
Basically.
The momentum will keep on going and that is something that I believe in.
Right. Yes, Ninongji, I'll come to you. Basarji, I'll come back to you. But quickly, let me go to Mr. Jirjo. Mr. Jirjo, of course, your party, you're from the Congress still. You're the General Secretary, Arunachal Congress. Of course, your party has been the hardest hit at this point of time, not just in Arunachal Pradesh, but across India. Lot of switches happening. Big names. Eringji already हमारे साथ अभी बैठे हैं. So I don't want to go into the specifics of why, of course, I would want to know from both Eringji and from Basar why this happens. Why does a politician switch after being with a party for many years? But coming back to you, Mr. Jirjo, why is this happening and what is your take? Do you think it is finally going to be, like all kind of a khichdi as far as Arunachal politics is concerned, not that something new for Arunachal?
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Good evening. Thank you so much for inviting me to join in this Zoom meeting. I've heard the statement of our Honorable, the former Union Minister of State for Minority Affairs and ex-MLA, Sri Nirongji. I've heard his excuses why he shifted to other party, especially to the BJP. You know, when a runaway bride goes away, they always make an excuses. To be frankly speaking, that this shift is nothing but, it is number one, is the ideological base. Because he's a man with the ideology of the another party, not of the secular party. It's the ideology of the non-secular party. And that has compelled him to join to the non-secular party. Second is insecurity and anti-incumbency, because in 2019 also, he was denied for the party ticket, INC ticket, but it was our Nawam Tuki who mediated to our High Command Center, AICC, and finally he was given the ticket. And somehow he managed to won the election. And that has, given him a lesson that if he continues to stay in INC, he'll not get elected again. So it compelled him to join BJP. Thirdly, in Arunachal, there are 3 companies running: P company, C company, and K company within the BJP. And now this P, C, and K company is ruling the state. And here, people are not joining any party on the basis of ideologies or loyalty or any alliance with the party, but it's depend on the companies. It's a P companies is a Pema Khandu company, C company is a Chonamen company, a K company is a Kirunliju company. So people are divided. Hue and cry of the MLAs, contesting MLAs, are now on this basis only. Though, so the MLAs who want to contest, they will, they will be seen, categorized or joined in this categories only. This is what I'm saying. And coming to our former Union Minister, what he said is that he has changed the party because India has changed, situation changed. India is no more like before. Mm-hmm. You see the same Arunachal. These are the same Arunachal people, same state. Nothing has changed. Okay. Arunachal is the gift of Congress. Arunachal is the gift of Gandhi family, Nehru families. But how comes the people who have never been a part in the history of Arunachal become given the top credit and saying that now situation changed, now we have to join with the new. So this is very funny to hear from such a veteran Congress leader whom the Congress has elevated and given a lot of opportunity right from his father dying earning till he left the Congress.
Okay,
so
Mr. Jirjo, I'll have to request you to stop there. I'm actually running out of time. Okay. If I can quickly go back to Mr. Ering and Mr. Basar for the last 20 seconds each. Is BJP headed towards a problem of plenty? Do you think, because everybody is joining BJP, you think they will be able to give tickets to all of you? Is BJP headed for an internal turmoil? And how different is this term if you're voted back to power? What are your promises that you are going to keep this time for your people? Eringji, first to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Of course, I've been hearing all the quotes from the Congress and the other experts, but let me be very frank with myself. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have promises to keep. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. I had never had a chance to work here in the opposition. Arunachal Pradesh is it's not exactly a landlocked area, but now because of the development, especially the infrastructure, the roads, the bridges, the infrastructure that is coming, so we have to give heed to it. Now, my aspirations or my expectations, especially in my area, I have even given a promise to the people that my first priority is.
Okay, lost the connection there with Mr. Ering. Mr. Basar, quickly to you. Closing comments.
I've also heard some views from our expert. तो जिस तरह उन्होंने क्या हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज के बारे में जो बोला, देख लीजिए हमारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट में भी तो ऑलमोस्ट नील था, जो देयर वाज नो एनी एम्बुलेंस, देयर वाज नो प्रॉपर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. Now after coming of the BJP government in Arunachal, every district hospital is now it's under construction and almost it's completed. 90% it's completed in my constituency also, and there are lots of ambulance now. They have provided more than 5-6 ambulance and lots of facilities have been provided. तो इसीलिए क्यों स्विच ऑन किया बीजेपी में? तो बीजेपी का इस 5 साल का हमारा अपना कार्यकाल में जिस तरह काम किया, अगर मैं बीजेपी का एक पार्ट बन के मैं काम करने से इससे भी मैं दुगना कर पाऊंगा. पहले ऐसा कांग्रेस.
All right. Very quickly.
So बसार जी जो आप बता रहे हैं कि बसार में ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट हुआ इन टर्म्स ऑफ हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर, एम्बुलेंसेस दिया गया. You are from the NPP party, but still, BJP has supported you. But that is not the case everywhere. I feel that, overall, हम लोग को ये भी देखना चाहिए कि ओवरऑल एज ए स्टेट की हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर में हम रूरल एरियाज में कैसे लोगों को वो सुविधा दे सकें. मे बी आप एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर में बैठे हुए हैं, तो you are blessed to kind of get those facilities or whatever benefits that you have. But I think overall है issues है, ये तो हम लोग नाकार नहीं सकते हैं.
All right. And okay. Apologies, we'll have to cut short here. Hoping that things will get better soon for Arunachal Pradesh. Thanking all of you. Apologies for having to cut many of you short, but we'll make up the next time. Thank you, the lady on the show and the gentleman. Thanks for joining me. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching the debate on Evening Prime. Keep watching Northeast Live. Thank you. Good night and goodbye.
Thank you.